Welcome back. Here we go. Some more WTRL team time trial action, folks. Just jumping in here. Thursday. It's currently 12:42 for me. Actually, 12:43 p.m. just after lunchtime here. Already had a busy session stream this morning. Already been on ZWIFT this morning. Already done a route recon this morning, folks. Let's rock. So what are we getting into today, folks? Let's have a quick peek here. Okay, so we're in group right now. What I'm going to do here is just talk about YouTube. So I'm looking for 4 teams today. So now coffee class today, folks. This is zone 23. We are doing the espresso class. So fast movers, folks. Fast movers. I'm looking for 4 espresso teams to show up today. First team, Dragons Racing Team, Dragons RT presented by Sunweb. Then we've got Vikings and Team Valhalla. The team name is Valhalla Elysium Race Team. We've got the Jet Team, Jet Racing Team, Inakamon. And then we got NCTC, and their team name is NCTC Arabian. So let's hope they all show up. First starts at 12:47, 12:50, 105, 106. This is going to be good to watch, folks. This is going to be really fun to watch. Let's see. Okay, so you're seeing all this stuff. Still 2.5 minutes to go. What I was going to show you here was, yeah, let's take a look here. Hopefully I can do this for you. What we'll do is we'll turn this one on. We'll turn that one off. There we go, folks. So these are the 4 teams we're looking for here. Zone 23, we're doing espresso today. Usually I would have done a 10 o'clock start this morning, but I couldn't make it fit this morning. So I saw these espresso teams. I've never covered any of the espresso teams yet. Oh yeah, by the way, Colin, that's my name, Inside Cycling World. Please support the channel if you can, folks. Just kind of do this by myself. I do this for fun. I do this for my entertainment and yours. So if you do see the video somewhere around the world floating around the internet, make sure you share with your friends, your teammates, maybe even your frenemies that you race against. I know we're all in competition here, but probably all friends too at the same time, folks. What else was I going to show you guys here too? Oh, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Here's the times for today, folks. So what are we riding? Flatland loop. I rode it this morning, folks. We're doing 2 laps. I just squeezed in 1 lap on a workout. Here, let me just have a quick peek. We still got time here, folks. We still got time. 1 minute to go. Okay, take a look at this. So course records by coffee class. We are set to espresso. You know, some of these records have stood a long time, folks. Like August 18th, 2022. But what I want you to look at here is look at this team. Looks like 7th place today. ZDR2, 32:04, set March 6, 2025. So I think that's really cool. Check out the profile here. A little bit of climbing. It's nothing much though. It's like 3-4% type stuff. You want to be obviously, you know, I keep talking about attacking. You don't want to, but you basically don't want to lose your own teammates, right? There's points where you could fall off here. Looks like, what do we got here? 4 riders on this team. So this is just a, no, sorry folks. I'm sorry about that. Apologize. This is a big team. This looks like a big team, folks. Ooh, these guys look strong here already. Strong here already, folks. We got Christian here for the Dragons. Shep, P. Ilski, Freddie, Didu, 7, and who have I missed here? I think we've got 8 riders here, folks. Got 3 there. Let's take a look back. There might only be 4 behind us. 3 riders out the front, so 3 have gone out really, really fast. Let's just jump back here for a second. You can see there's a bit of a gap here. 4, 5, 6, 7 riders in this group. So these guys need to get back on board right now. The front 3 are just absolutely hammered. We've got a 2-second gap already, folks. So those front 3 went out a little bit hot. It is a downhill start, so those front 3 should probably just like dial it back a little bit. Let their teammates catch on. Let's see if that's what's going on. Guys are still pushing like 4.5, 5 watts per kilo here, folks. Very impressive riding. I did just want to check to make sure. What am I showing on screen? Ooh, guys, sorry. Sorry. That's what I wanted to be doing. Apologize for that, folks. When I try to add too many things in and too many different layers, too many different little eyeballs to turn off and on here. But you can see here right now, looks like they've all come back together. This is the Dragons team right here. So this is the Dragons team. Interesting. 7 riders. And it looks like we've got riders populating probably... Yeah, I'm positive it's 7. 7 riders? 2, 3. Yeah, we got 7 riders here. Says there's 9, so that's telling me I'm in the start chute still. I don't start. There's been another rider jump in for the next team that'll be going out. We'll let that team populate in a little bit. We'll just take a little look back here. So downhill starts, and then you go into the flatlands. Why is it called the flatlands? Because it's flat, folks. Just generally, just barely undulating whatsoever. Okay, yeah, that's what you do. You go through the rice paddies. So it's going to be nice and flat through there. Kind of like 2 plateaus with a drop at the end. So you're going to start a little bit of a downhill. And actually, when I think about that, is that downhill part of the finishing? Okay, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. With a big flat section in the middle, 3 to 4% climb, another plateau on top where it'll be nice and flat, and then you're racing downhill again. Got these 2 riders at the back here. Yeah, they're kind of split up a little bit here, folks. A little bit of separation here on the riders. Got 3 out front, 2 in the middle, and 2 on the back. Ooh, these guys got to get together. They got to bring it back together. Enjoy the draft, folks. Enjoy the draft. This guy's sinking into the road right now. Funny seeing that. So we got Didu here. Didu, Mule. Just going to say double L for your last name. Ilski. I'm just going to say Ilski and Freddie. Freddie pushing hard on the front, folks. Upwards of 5 watts a kilo still. Looks to be about a 70 kilogram rider here. Ilski more in the 4 watt per kilo range. Getting a nice draft. Moving into the front now, folks. Moving up front now. Let's have a little look at him here. KTX Tri-Bike, fastest bike, I believe, for most of these courses. It's the ones I see riding the most. Okay, Dragons. I think the next team was going out 2 minutes after these guys, so they should be out. Although I do not see... basically, I'm looking at the leaderboard, and I'm not seeing any other names lit up in there. If I go with Zwifters again, find nearby. This is the only team that's here right now. So I think our second team... And now I'll be able to do this. This is what I was trying to do before. I was trying to do this. Vikings and Team Valhalla. Oh, I'm sorry. They start at 12:50. They should have started. They should be started by now. So this is Valhalla Elysium Race Team. And I don't see any of the riders nearby. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go back to me for a second. And I can see there's no one here. So this other team has not started. Back to this group here. Fan view. We're back on them, folks. Going through the flatlands now. You can see all the rice paddies over here on the left-hand side. Give you a little aerial shot. There you can see them there, folks. Stuff growing. Wow, that looks really good, doesn't it? So yeah, so definitely 7 riders here. Moving along. Kind of like these front 3 just keep wanting to stay ahead a little bit. Didu's up there, 7's up there. Then we got Jay Shep. Jay Shep slowly working his way back now. See a little bit of fire socks lighting up. Little burst to the front here. This really shows it nicely. So that looks like Ilski coming up. We got Christian there, Freddie, Mule, Shep, and don't worry about the last guy inside cyclone. That's just me, folks, lurking from the sidelines. Yeah, really good info here too. Yeah, good stuff. Actually, I like to do this every ride too. I'm always like, I think it's fun just to do this. Just kind of like a prank almost. They're probably like, Inside Cycling World, what is that? I realize most of you guys have no clue who I am, and that's okay. Let's get up here a little bit. Dragons, 7 on the front here. Obviously, 7 is his name for the team time trial. He's the 7th rider. It's for their DS. You can see a lot of the riders will have a number in front of their name. Not every team does that. Okay, guys, looking good now. Starting to string out a little bit better here. A little bit of separation between fifth and sixth rider, between Ilski and looks like Didu at the... Okay, I see the next team coming in, folks. Next team's coming in. Now, what I'll do here is I'm going to stay here for now. The next team should be the Jet Racing team. They don't start till 1:05 though. So I don't know if we had the second team show up. What I'm going to do is bounce back here, take a little look in the start chute here. So here's a rider, Morian for Jet. It is a Jet rider. Okay, so maybe what's the story we can make up with this, folks? I'm thinking maybe that start time's changed. Maybe we can say that. Possibly. Because according to WRL TTT website, oh, sorry, incorrect. Jet does start at 12:05. So these guys will be out for quite a ways. They'll be already racing for 18 minutes. And then we're going to have the Jet team and the NCTC team go out virtually on top of each other, 1:05 p.m. and 1:06 p.m. Valhalla didn't make it. Too many work commitments today, I guess. So let's get back to the front here, folks. Starting this little bit of a climb through the patties here. Again, nothing much. These guys are just going to roll right through this. Look at this, some nice power riding here, 70 RPMs, 280 watts. I like this. Some separation. Let's give Christian a little thumbs up here. I think I've given everyone a thumbs up on this team. Oh, Shep. I thought it was Schlepp before. Shep. Jay Shep. So we got 3 German riders on this team, 2 Swiss riders, a Dutchie, and, oh God, Dragons. Are you Austrian? I think that's probably the flag for Austria on here, isn't it? Pretty sure. Looks like our Jet rider is still sitting there solo. But plenty of time for them. They start in the next 9 minutes. Just want to guys give you a little bit of an overhead look here. You kind of come through the flatlands, through the farming lands, back into the forest over and over. With that little bit of a climb at the end. We go in through a village there. I think it's called Onsen. Onsen. It's, all lit up pagodas, all that kind of fun stuff. In fact, we might be getting to it right now. I think we're there right now. Yeah, this is it. Oh, I remember these walls too. For those that know me, there's some really nice dry stone walls back there. I'm fascinated by dry stone walls. Probably more than you could ever imagine. So yeah, this is where we were. This is Onsen Village from what I remember this morning. We got the little Shiba Inu sitting on the side of the road there. See him? That little doggy? Cute little doggy? Yeah, and we go right in here. So I saw this morning. It's all lit up. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking, I think. All riders are here, all 7. Freddie and Ilski at the front. Mule, 7 coming up. Didu, Shep, and Christian. We've got our second rider in for Jet, it looks like now. Let's have a little quick look back. Well, am I wrong about that? That could be that's the next team. So we do have Jet, and then I believe this rider here, I think Akito, if I look at this correctly, this would be an NCTC rider starting at 1 minute later. That's going to be really cool to see them battle it out. Let's get back to our boys though up front. The boys in white here, all decked out in the same gear, which is nice. Looking sharp. Looking sharp, bros. Looking sharp. So they pass through the village, heading back out into the countryside, and just generally false flatty uphill here. Like this is 2-3% stuff. This is the kind of thing that you don't even really feel. If you're, if you've been around cycling for long enough, you're not really going to feel this. Getting distracted here, folks. Okay, that's nothing important at the time. Yeah, 7 riders strong still. And I'm waiting for the other riders to populate in. So we got Kiddo for one team, and we got Morian for the Jet team. Let's get some more riders in, folks. Got to watch the mic. I've turned the mic off by accident several times. It's like touch sensitive at the top. You touch it, it turns off. What I was going to look at today too, let's take a look at this. Can I do this here? Yeah, we can do this here. We're going to go to results. And then I can scan down. Oh, and some exciting stuff here too, folks. New course records today. Vienna Espresso, new course record set today, March 6th, 2025. Vienna Frappe, March 6th, 2025. And remember, these are set now. There's still a bunch of riders to come today. What else we got? Ooh, Perk Doppio. They set a record today too. I looked at it this morning. I think they crushed that record by 3 seconds. Yep, March 6th, 2025. See if that stands all day. And Perk Frappe, we got Motown ESRT. They set a new record today as well. So what I'll do here, we're going to change this to Espresso class. Now I can start seeing some split times perhaps here. There's the Dragons right there. So they haven't hit the first split yet. First split looks to be, it could be anywhere from 9 minutes all the way out to 12:44. So wide range. Where are these guys at right now? They're at 11:31. Wow, I got some LED lighting over here in my workspace, folks, and it just started flashing by itself. Obviously, we have a ghost in this house. Getting a little bit scared right now. Crossing the bridge here. Have a little look around. There's probably lots of stuff you guys never get to see. I actually really like doing this because it lets me see things that ZWIFT is the ZWIFT developers, the designers, I've kind of hidden away that you never really get to see. You know, like there's little buildings back there. You probably never see them. 7 strong here. Let's go back to Morian again. Morian still sitting there solo. 6 minutes to go though. That's plenty of time. Like I like to say, there you can see the riders slowly being moved forward on the conveyor belt. 6 minutes? You could write a novel in that time, folks. I say that a lot. I'm usually clicking in. Obviously, if you're smart, you get a proper warm-up in. But we all have lives. Some of you have jobs. I'm talking about myself. I don't. And life gets in the way. Time commitments. Some of these riders are like running home and flipping on their gear as quick as they can to get ready. So we got Kiddo here. S Kiddo. Scottish rider. Ooh, I think I saw another rider pop in. Yeah, we got 2 here now for the Jet team. Okay, so nice kid on these guys. Let's have a little look. RBD here and Morian. So we got a American rider and Japanese rider. Let's take a look at their kit. So black, yellow accents, a little bit of funkiness on the corner. The shoulder, what does it say? Something one team maybe. I don't know enough about him. It says right on the left shoulder. Ooh, this guy's looking quite shaggy, isn't he? Love the shaggy look. The pink tenny hat to keep the sun out of your eyes. I love that too. Super Arrow. 3 riders in. We got another one too. We got Magawa here. So Magawa's in the mix. These guys are going out in 4 minutes, folks. Lots of time. Let's get back to the front. I just saw their 4th rider jump in here. So we got Christian on the front, Mule in 2nd, Freddy's in 3rd. Fast Freddy. I'm sure he's heard that before. Let's do a little zoom around here. 4 riders here. Ooh, more separation at the back though. They got to bring it back. Just those surges on the front. The back guys are falling off, which just means more work for the guys on the front. Because those back guys aren't getting to the front. They're not given the chance to get up there and take some pulls. Ooh, look at this. Christian's not messing around here. Christian's not messing around. Actually, I want to look at Christian for a second. 51 kilometers an hour, 54 kilometers an hour. Wonder if he's trying to, well, can you, I guess you can't probably super tuck on a TT bike, can you? Just kind of learning all that stuff again, folks. Super tuck, what do you have to be at? -2 or -3% gradient, 57 kilometers an hour. And obviously not in someone's draft. Once you figure it out, you figure it out, folks. So Christian off the front by a second. Pursued by Mule. Okay, Mule didn't get a thumbs up yet. And again, they're probably like, who is giving us the likes? We're the only one out here. I love it. Bouncing back again. Let's check it out, boys. Let's check it out. Jet teams here, folks. Jet is in the mix. Looks like we got 6 riders here for Jet. Ooh, looking good. Magawa. Okay, so who do we got? We got Askew. Things are bouncing around. Beardsworth. Is that Beardsworth there, or is that the next team? Oh, Beardsworth is behind us. So we got Magawa, Yaguchi, Askew, Magawa here, Minumitu, Ichi. A lot of Japanese riders here. Cool to see this. Yeah, what a diverse team. We got an American, looks like 5 Japanese riders, and a rider from the UK. All over the world, folks. All over the world. Not super great with my time zone, so, but you know, that American rider is going to be within 2-3 hours of me. They might be behind me by an hour. They might be ahead of me by 2 hours. That British rider, it's like 8:30 at night. And for the Japanese riders, it's probably tomorrow morning. Am I right about that? Possibly. I think they're on tomorrow already. So this could be a morning ride for them. Going back up to the Dragons here. With the Dragons, moving along quite nicely here. They're at 16 minutes into the event so far. And what I'm going to do is, I haven't even looked at my chat yet, which is okay. It's very quiet. Very quiet. I don't think enough people know about my live streams of these, or they're not interested, and that's absolutely fine. Let's check the results here now. I'm going to refresh these and try to see if I can get a split time for Espresso. Dragons. Ooh, Dragons were looking nice. At first time split, they had 10 minutes and 18 seconds. You know, that puts them right up there, probably in, you know, the teams that had gone through at that point, probably like in 15th to 20th place, roughly, at that point, at that split. That split was at 8 kilometers. Second split will be coming at 14 kilometers, and we'll get a better understanding of where they're at. That split's coming up in the next 700-800 meters. Working hard. These guys are really nicely bunched up now. Nicely bunched up here. Not strung out like before, so everyone's, you know, working together well now. Hopefully they can keep it together here. So each lap, I think, was 12 point something kilometers, 12.5 kilometers. We've already completed one lap, so they would have all came back together on the downhill. And we were watching them on the downhill earlier. So 105, I think what I'm going to do is jump back to the Jet team here. The Jet team has started. So they've been going for just 10 seconds. They've just left the start chute, folks. In fact, if we go on this rider here, can we look back and see the start chute? Nope, but it's over on the right-hand side. The finishing arch is the orange one that's just behind us there. It's just in the background there. So when you leave the pen, you hang a left and start working your way around. I guess it would be clockwise around the course. These guys are really stuck together nicely here. So let's take a good look at the Jet team. Ichi, Yaguchi, Oji-san. Okay, so let's just hang on. S. Ichi, R. Beatty, the American, H. Morian. We've got Munimitu. We've got F. Oji-san, who does have a German flag. We've got Askew. Sorry, Askew's the next team back. Askew's the next team back. So we've got Beatty, Uji-san. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out my numbers here. Yeah, so we do have 5 Japanese rider. Askew is here. Oh, that's why. Askew is ABR and Jet. So let me find Askew's name again. Oh, it bounces around so quick. Yeah, Askew's right here. Beatty, is this Askew on the back here? Magawa. Oh, I think it's Magawa that has the slightly different colored jersey. One rider here does. So everyone's in their Jet gear. But I did notice this rider right here. Who is this? This guy here. Slightly different gear, slightly different kit. Like your helmet, dude. Like your helmet. Yeah, this team is really sticking together nicely here. What we'll do is we'll give you some overhead shots here. Just leave it on the dynamic camera for now. I want to go back into the results so far and see how our Dragons are doing. So this is, remember, this is espresso class. Okay, we do not have a split yet for them, and that was just a matter of it updating because they've been through that split already now. That split was at 14 kilometers into the event. So they're through it already. If we go back to the Dragons, they're already at 15.9. It's just a matter of time for the results to get updated to our servers here. And by here, I mean not here. I just do the talking, folks. I just kind of ramble on for a little while, try to entertain you if I can, add a little color to it, let these dudes see how things went for them. See, you know, this could be used also for training too. You know, because it's pretty easy to say, oh, remember when this guys, it's here for you. This is why I do this. I do this for myself because I love bike racing. I love the team time trial. And also, I hope you guys find it helpful. You can look back and see, yeah, one dude on our team, he wants to do too much work. He keeps breaking up the flow of the team. So whatever it may be, right? And what's really cool here, I noticed that the Dragons, their jerseys, Sunweb. Yeah, because I'm looking at these riders here and I'm seeing the Cervelo. I'm seeing the Cervelo thing on the shoulder here. Sunweb Holidays. That's right. I think they did use Cervelo bikes, right? When Sunweb was... is Sunweb still a pro team? They change names every year, so... But yeah, I ride a Cervelo. I have an S3, full Di2. I know the S5 is better, but that's what I have. It's fast enough for me. I mean, I don't even ride outside, guys. I just ride inside now. That's all I like to ride. Okay, so the Jet team's out. What we need to do now is go back to the Nico team here. Sorry, the NCTC team. Am I right about that, guys? I don't want to destroy people's names here. Let's take a look. And we are zone 23. Remember that? Yes, this is the NCTC Arabians. Now, there was only a minute separation between the two. So what's cool about watching these guys is that when I see the gaps between the front of the NCTC team and the back of the Jet team, it'll almost be like a live update as to who's catching who. So let's have a look at that right now. We're going to go take a look. So, okay, we'll go back to Kiddo here. I know for sure S Kiddo here is on NCTC. And you can see at this point here, the team ahead has a 1 minute 27 second gap. 1 minute would be attributed to the staggered starts, but these guys are already behind by 29-30 seconds coming up at this point. So more of a slower start. I wonder if they got off the line properly. Just a slightly slower start. 4 riders. We've only got 4 riders here, folks. So we've got P. Foodie, A. Hammond, J. Beardsworth, all from UK, and the one rider's got himself with the Scottish flag, S. Kitto. Which I think technically, I always mess this up, guys. Scotland is part of the United Kingdom. True? Or is that Great Britain? I don't even know. And I was joking earlier in a video, don't take offense, but you know when people always say, yeah, but I'm allowed to say that because I was born there. And actually that's true, folks. I was born outside of Newcastle. I was born in a little place called North Shields Tynemouth on the River Tyne, but close enough to Newcastle. Like when people say, well, where were you born, dude? Do you know? I'm like, oh, Newcastle, probably one of the roughest parts of England. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. But yeah, so like I like to joke around with that. Yeah, but I'm allowed to say that because my great grandfather, he came from that country, so I'm allowed to say that now. Whatever you're not supposed to say, right? Anyways, moving on from that, folks. So this is NCTC, 4 riders here. Bouncing up to Jet. There's 6:34 in, so their first split will be, let's say, around 11 minutes. I'm just going to ballpark it around 11. So we don't need to watch them that closely right now. But how are they doing here? I would say these guys right now are doing a slightly better job than the team before, than the Dragons. I found the Dragons were like 3 guys up front and 4 off the back with a big 20-meter gap in between. It was almost like 2 separate time trials. Dragons, don't fry me for saying that. That's just what I was watching. Or you can fry me if you want. Fry away. Just some observations I'm making as I watch this. We'll get back into this here. I'm trying to see the split for them now, see how our Dragons are doing. And when I'm watching you guys, to me, I'm part of the team. I want to be part of the team, boys. It looks like we got some updates here. Where are these Dragons now? Sorry, guys, give me a second. So, Espresso. It's hard watching all this stuff, guys. Dragons, where were you? I thought they did it in 1018, didn't they? Okay, Dragons, where are you? Okay, I can see Jets out there right now. NCTC is not showing up yet. They will. Oh, yes, they are. They're there now. The zone 23. Oh, the easiest way to find the Dragons will be look for their zone because there's only 4 teams technically in this. Where are they? There's the Arabians. There's Jet. Ooh, it said there's Rolling Stones. Well, did that team have... Oh, no, there's Dragons right there. Okay, got them. So technically right now, they were really fast at the beginning, 1018, slowed down a little bit. They're at 1740 right now. 1740 though, so guys, it puts all their results to the bottom because they haven't finished. So, okay, technically right now, the Dragons are in 44th, but they're not because they haven't hit their next checkpoint and their finishing time, so they get jammed to the bottom till the results are finalized. But holding 1740 by the second split, that's going to put them in around 20th position. Somewhere in there, 20 to 25th. Let's just say that. Moving on. Back up with the... Okay, here's Jet. Let's get back to the Dragons here. How are the Dragons doing right now? Pilski's on the front again. Ilski. What are we supposed to be? Pilski. Okay. Looking good. Christian coming to the front. Didu's there. 7 from Dragons. I need a real name for that guy. Give me some really, really good Austrian name, if you are Austrian. Let's get some action here, folks. Jump to some dynamic stuff. Oh, I love this. Love this. So, think the total route. Let's get... these guys are flying along pretty good right now. 25.9 kilometers is our total route. That's only 16 miles. So let's get back in there. 25.9. They got 5 kilometers to go. I do remember this from this morning. So I think right now, I'm going to say this is the climb. Would this be the climb? Yeah, they're climbing up to the next plateau and they'll stay up there for quite a while. They're kind of climbing up out of those farmlands, the flatlands, back up into more of the forested areas. Didu looking good on the front here. He's got the number 6 in front of his name. Nice 5 watts a kilo, boys. Now, what I want to do too, fastest team today, ZDR right now, 3204. Whew. Flying. Absolutely flying. Relentless Anarchy set the record back in August 18th of 2022. They did a 31:39. Wow, that's fast. That is so fast. Let's get back to our teams. Okay, yeah, so the Dragons coming in here, folks. Little dynamic still on, and they're really sticking together nicely now. You know, maybe it took some guys a little while to get, like, where are we? How hard are we pushing? You know, I had troubles with that this morning. Guys, I only completed my first workout ever on ZWIFT this morning. Now you're thinking, well, dude, you're new. You're nobody here, right? Okay, cool. Fair enough. I rode on ZWIFT for 3.5 years from 2017 to late 2017 to April of 2021. 3.5 years. I didn't do one workout. And when I moved over to Ruby, I didn't do workouts either. It took me probably 1.5 years to do a workout there. Am I a huge fan of them? Yeah, not really. But I get it. I like it. So what I did this morning for my course recon was, obviously, you guys know you can do this. Dry stone walls. Here's the dry stone walls, folks. This is what I was talking about. Love the dry stone walls. You see a lot of them coming up through here. I thought, well, how am I going to recon this because the world's locked today? Well, you do a workout. I picked a workout that was just 20 minutes long to complete. I just saw like a giant crane or something there over on the left-hand side. Again, you get to see stuff you never really do by doing these kinds of things. I'm always looking for cool things they've added in. Just over 3 kilometers to finish here. And, really sidetracked there, folks. Oh, yeah. So, did the workout. I can't remember which one I did. Nothing too hard. Said it estimated 20 minutes to finish it, I think. And then I had a couple extra kilometers to do at the end. But yeah, so I picked Makuri and I picked Flatland Loop, and that's how I wrote this morning. To have a little look at it, so at least I know what I'm talking about a little bit. Gonna go back to, okay, we still got we're 2.8 kilometers to finish for these guys. We're gonna check the results again. I want to see how Jet's doing. Let's see how Jet's doing in the Espresso class. Remember, this is zone 23, folks. Ooh, wow, folks. Jet had a 929 at the first split. 929, folks. How does that compare with some of the hitters? ZDR 2, the team that got the fastest time today, did it in 920. Relentless Anarchy, which has the record-setting time from 2022, did it in 930. Jet team is absolutely on a flyer, folks. On a flyer. Hopefully, can they maintain this pace? Can they maintain that kind of pace, folks? Hanging out with the boys here. I really want to take a look back at Jet here now. So, yeah, here's Jet here. Magawa. How are these guys looking? Ooh. Okay, I see a lot of riders here. I think we've got two teams blending together here. Okay, I'm going to have to get this figured out. Yeah, so here's the Jet team. And that's the Dragons back there. What is going on there, folks? I got to get this figured out. So, Dragons went out first. They're finishing their second lap here. Okay. And so they're catching up with... That makes sense because there was a big gap. There was an 18-minute gap in between these two teams. So they kind of just caught up with the Jet team. And I'm not sure who passed who there. How does that make sense? Did Jet just catch up with them on that second lap as they're going around on their first lap? Looks like Jet's absolutely flying, folks. Absolutely flying. And I did say earlier, these guys looked like they were really stuck well together. Like, look at these dudes here. Look at them. Bouncing back to Dragons. Looking good too. We got 5 riders here. A little separation back to our 2 back there. I think Jet's on a really nice ride today, guys. So let's hang out with the Dragons all the way to the finish, folks. You can just see Jet up ahead. Wow, it's kind of confusing when you see that stuff happen because it's a lap race. So Dragons are finishing their second lap here. Jet's just finishing their first lap. You're going to see the start pens on the left-hand side. Take a look over to the left right now. I'll look at them for you. That's the start pens. And you can see the finishing line coming up. You can just see the orange banner over to the left side here as we go back into the forest. Which Jet is just finishing their first lap now. Dragons are done. Okay, cool. That makes a lot of sense here. So I am going to go hang out with the Jet team here. Ooh, something I have to do here, folks. So what I've done is I've lost them now. Now I got to try to find some of those Jet riders. And hopefully I haven't messed up. Okay, good. I see 5 Japanese names side by side. It's got to be my Jet Bros. It is my Jet Bros. Jet Bros for the win right here, folks. They are moving really nicely here. Morian, Yaguchi, Mitu. Sorry, dude. K Munimitu. I hate when I butcher your names. I don't mean to. T Magawa. Beatty here from the States. And Askew, ABR, and Jet from the UK. Oh, these 2 are off the back. So it looks like Askew and F. Ochisan are off the back. Ooh, how is that going to hurt their times, folks? I mean, they were absolutely flying. Let me go back there for a second, folks. Okay, we'll jump to the leaders. Put it in dynamic. No, do not open the calculator. We don't need a calculator right now. There we go. I just want to talk about their times again. Like, super impressive time. Very impressive time, boys. Going to Espresso here. Zone 23, yeah. They did it in a 9:29. So for all the teams that have raced so far, that is tied for the second fastest time. So 9:20 is the fastest time. We've got Valhalla, one of the Valhalla teams, Fubar did it in 9:29. Jet team, same time as them. That Valhalla team finished third overall, though. Let's see how these guys can hold up. To be looking good at split 2, we want to see them around 16:30, 16:40, in that range, somewhere there. I mean, it's going to be hard to maintain the pace. I mean, it's kind of diminishing energy right now, right? You're getting weaker and weaker the whole way. I think I did say the second split was at 14 kilometers. I believe so. So it's going to take a little bit of time for it to refresh, and then we'll see really what kind of pace these guys are on. What kind of pace are these dudes on? Okay, get back to them. Looking good, guys, looking good. We will bounce back to this team here, NCTC. Remember, this is only 4 riders. Beardsworth, A. Hammond, looks like Foodie, and Kiddo. Right, 3 UK flags and the 1 Scottish flag here. They're just finishing their first lap now. Okay, so they just finished their first lap. See, my problem earlier was when the Dragon's done, they get kicked back to the real world. They're not in the event anymore. And that's when I was like, I got no one to watch, so I got to go to fan view. And I'm like, to be honest, at the time, I'm like, I don't remember one of their names right now. But I did see 5 Japanese flags in a row. I'm like, that's got to be them. Lo and behold, it was. I'm going to hang out with Jet here because I think they're on an absolute tear today. Absolute tear, folks. Let's see if we can see the other 2 riders. The other 2 riders are a little bit behind now. Yeah, they're a minute back. 2, 4. So okay, well, still good. I thought we had 5, but we have 6 strong riders here. I mean, so many strategies to the TTT. You know, do you use some of your, like, those 2 riders that are behind, and I'm just speculating here. Yeah, these guys all deserve thumbs ups here. Looking good, guys. They're probably like, yeah, Inside Cycling World, what is that? We don't even know what that means. You know, with the team time trial, with 8 riders, you need 8 riders to score your final time. You could burn through some riders. You could use the front 2 riders that got ditched. I don't know what the story is. I'm making the story up as I go along. They sacrificed themselves for the team, burnt themselves out, let these 6 strong riders go now, who maybe took less turns at the front. We're back through the rice paddies here, folks. Give you a little view. Have a little look around. Everyone's getting thumbs up here. Yeah, these guys deserve it. Let's see if we can get that second split time for you. This is getting exciting. I love this. I love these live split times. And guys, when I get this all figured out with Martin, I'll be able to get a lot more data, and I can probably present this better to you. Right now, I'm just kind of like flipping between the website, the WTRL website, and it's not updating perfectly. Oh, my Team Jet dudes. Okay, can I be part of your team? I feel like I'm part of the team right now. Second split time for them, 16:27. I said earlier, for them to be way up there, they needed to be like 16:30 to 16:40. They're ahead of what I guessed. So a 16:27, let's talk about that for a second, folks. That is still the second fastest time today. So ZDR2 did it in 16:22. Relentless Anarchy did it in 16:37. So they're 10 seconds up right now on Relentless Anarchy. You know, here's my little caveat. I don't know if all those times are official, blah, blah, blah. So just, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You can yell at me later about it. But right now, they came through the second split at 16:27. Relentless Anarchy was 16:37. And so was Valhalla. Eat Dirt 007 was really good too. They came through at 16:33, lost a little bit of time by the third split. So let's keep a very, very close eye here on Jets. While we're at it though, we'll see what NCTC's doing. NCTC did, their first split was 10:40. Now, to put that in perspective, folks, that's 1 minute and 11 seconds behind the Jet team here. So maybe a different race strategy. Oh, we've also got to remember too, there's only 4 riders in the Arabian. So They're doing more work. Each rider has to do more work. Wow. I want to take a look back at these boys back here. Good to see that these guys are still together. And like, look at them. They're still working hard. Still 4.5, 5 watts a kilo out of these two here. This is not a leisurely training ride for them. Great job, dudes. So whoever you are, M Askew, who rides for ABR and Jet. This rider right here. And then it's Ojisan. So Askew's actually on the back. And it's Ojisan is the front rider, I believe. Yeah, Ojisan has the helmet on. Little action moves here for you. Yeah, looking good, dudes. Looking good. So they're not messing around back here, riders. Not messing around. The guys up front, though, they're pushing like 5.5, 6 watts a kilo. They know they're on a hot time. I really hope they do know they're on it. I hope they have a DS screaming at them right now. Here we go back into the Onsen Village. Pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I'm positive it was O-N-S-E-N this morning. Again, like I told you guys, I did my recon. I want to ride what you're riding. I kind of cheated, though. I only did 1 lap. I was trying to squeeze it in between my job hunting and getting ready for another stream that I do. Let's just have a quick peek over here. Oh, Steven's here. Steven's always here to save my butt. Steven Cycles, he's in the live chat right now, guys. Scotland, England, Wales make up Great Britain. UK is Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Okay. Okay, so, right, so... Stephen, the flag that those guys are riding, there's 3 of those flags. Is that the United Kingdom flag? Or is that the Great Britain flag? Because the one guy is kind of like separating himself out as Scotland, right? Well, okay, well, they're all the same then. I guess it's just his choice to just wear a Scottish flag. And that's cool to me because sometimes I see like just an English flag. Scotland, England, Wales make up Great Britain. The UK, the United Kingdom, is Great Britain. And then you add on Northern Ireland. Okay, makes sense. Oh, here's some fascinating information from Steven Cycles. I believe Stan Laurel of Laurel and Hardy fame grew up in North Shields. That's where you were born. That's right, Steven. That's where I was born. Ridley Scott is from South Shields. What? That is so cool. Dude, did you know, too, that Brian Johnson, the second singer for AC/DC, he lived in North Shields, Tynemouth. Like, lived in it. And it's a tiny little place. Yeah, let me get back to my camera work here, Steven. I absolutely love working the cameras. Love it. Okay, it looks like Jet is just moving on here, folks. I think we're down to 5 in the front group here. We are down to 5 in the front group. They are absolutely flying. They have potential to be the fastest team today so far, folks. There are some more Espresso teams later. Remember, this is the Espresso Coffee class. We're in Zone 23. I'm going to be back later today, Zone 27. That's going to be... 3.5 hours from now, I will be back to do the Frappe class. So that's the next class down. There'll be, I think when you look at, not the Vienna classes. So remember, when you see Doppio, Espresso, these are mixed teams. These can be mixed sex teams. Or it can be all just dudes. I guess if you're a really strong ladies team, you could just go up against the guys. Is that possible? I don't know. But I'm doing Frappe next. I think when you look on average between Doppio, that's a double espresso, and Mocha, I think Mocha's the starting class, there's about a 9-minute spread in the times. And it kind of holds for a lot of the courses I've been seeing so far. Yaguchi at the front here, Arbidi, Magawa, Ichi, Morian. Then we're going to step back 47 seconds to, I think his name's Kei Munimitu. Then we got Askew and Ojisan still together. Wow, dudes, absolutely flying here. These guys are 4.5 kilometers to the finish. Very strong chance that they're going to get second place overall so far. And having said that, riders, well, second out of how many, Colin? What does that mean to us? Currently, there's 47 teams that have ridden or that are riding. There's a few other, like I'm noticing here, Rolling Stones is out there. But Jet, with that 929, oof, flying. Iro Gaines is out there. They took 1036 to the first split. Yeah, Jet is absolutely flying here. 1630 second, 27 to the second split. Puts them in second place overall. And it's only 5 seconds out of first. Come on, Jet. Let's go, boys. Let's go. My new favorite team right here, Jet. Jet, folks. Yeah, Steven, we got some time here now. Love chatting with Steven. Anyone jumps into the chat. What else did I learn? Yeah, so Brian Johnson, second singer of AC/DC. Read a great book about him. He grew up. Well, I think when he was a young man, he moved to North Shields Tynemouth, and he was doing like I think he was doing windshields or windscreens, as you guys call them. And then he got into the business of doing. Remember back in the day, it was really cool. Roofs were all just metal back then, like they are now. They used to put like a vinyl top on top of them to make them seem extra classy. He got into doing that. He did already have a band at that point called Geordie. It's really funny looking it up online and seeing him. And he had a band that was all over the place. He just never hit it big. Ooh, I think we're down to 4 riders up front. Nope, we do have 5 still. We've got 5 riders here. Let's go dynamic camera here. Let the camera do its thing. So Brian Johnson lived there for a while. And I think North Shields Tynemouth is just a town of a couple thousand people. Like it's North Shields, it's all Tynemouth, the mouth of the Tyne River. That's where you get Newcastle upon Tyne. And the river splits, North Shields and South Shields. So my grandparents lived there. They had a small store there. I should ask my mom what the address was. I'd love to go online and see if there's still a store there. They had like a store, like, you know, like a corner store. You need some milk, you need some bread, you go to my grandparents' place. And it was so... It's been a long time ago. It's like, oh, can you open up the store? I need this. And my grandma would just come down from upstairs and open the store up after hours and let them have their stuff because they're all neighbors, right? Who else lived there? Sting. Sting lived in just a little tiny... I don't even want to call it a town because what you guys call towns I'm like, they're all connected. Like that whole Newcastle area, it's all connected to me. Of course, if you're from the area, you're probably like thinking, how dare you? I did dare. They're all connected. It's all the same place, guys. But I know you guys all have it's probably like soccer teams that delineate the towns. Like, oh, I cheer for this team, so that town, I hate them. One of those things, right? 23.8 kilometers. We're 2.1 kilometers to the finish here. They are at 29 minutes, 30 minutes on the nose now, folks. This is going to be so tight here at the finish. Let's have a quick look. Fastest time of the day so far for Espresso class is 32:04. They have 2 minutes and 4 seconds to cover 1.8 kilometers. Well, that's less than that, folks. They've got 1.8 to go with about 1 minute and 40. Can they do it? Currently traveling at 51 kilometers an hour. Let's go. Yaguchi on the front was just pushing 7.5 watts a kilo on the flat, folks, driving the rest of the team into the ground. I love it. These guys are absolutely awesome. Let's go. Beatty taking his turn at the front. Come on, dudes. I would love to see you guys set the fastest time. Hoping it stays there all day. But even if it's just for a little while, to catch you guys doing this live is so cool. Look at these dudes. And back up the video. Rewind the video a little bit, and you'll see me talking about how cohesive I said they were at the beginning. These guys were like stuck together. They must have some good coaching going on, good DS. Everyone's ramping up the power. There's no slackery here now, folks. That's a new word. I just made it up. Slackery. Look at the Dragon's Claw. I think that's an ancient Dragon's Claw coming out of the ground back there. So it's 2 minutes back to the next riders. Yeah, Munimuto is 2:04 back, 2:27 back to Ojisan and Askew. I'm sure they'll probably all group up. 7.5 watts out of Ichi here. He's just driving himself into the ground, folks. Full watts annihilation. There's the pen over on the left-hand side. They need to beat 32:04. They need to get around past this pen. The finish line is up there ahead, the orange banner. Dudes, light it up. Let's go, boys. We're down to 10 seconds. Can they get to the finish line? Can they make it? It's going to be so close. Oh, no. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 0. Guys, I think they did it. I think they did it. I honestly think they did it. Oh my, that was incredible, folks. Okay, so what I got to do... Wow. So we're back in the real world now, folks. So what I got to do is go Zwifters nearby. And I'm going to look for Munimutu because he is a rider in that team. That gets me back into the closed event here. Wow. Dude... I think they might have done it. I think they did it. I better give him some thumbs up. Great job, guys. Great job. They're setting PRs right now. What I'm going to do is quickly look back here. I'm going to refresh this. I don't think it'll tell me right away, but wow, incredible stuff. Then we'll go back to, okay, so the time has already been scored for the team ahead. Jets team, time has already been scored. These guys are just finishing off their rides, not messing around, finishing strong. Let's go back to our Scottish rider here, riding with Hammond, Beardsworth, and Foodie. Currently 23.1, and so these guys are only 6K from the finish as well. This will be the final team. This is the only good cluster of espresso teams I could find today. That worked for me. Gonna give this as a refresh. And remember, I'm looking at times straight from WTRL. Not sure how official everything is yet. I don't want to be saying something and then, you lied to us, Colin. You said that they won. But I'm positive they crossed the finish line at 32.04. And that's what they needed. Now, what kind of decimal point did we go down to? I don't know. It hasn't been updated yet. We're still waiting. Ooh. Wow, guys. I'm seeing a time here that says 31:55. Let's just let it settle down a little bit here till we get some official stuff. Traveling at an average speed of 48.73 kilometers an hour. And when I look at ZDR2's time, average speed 48.48. So their average speed overall was faster. So they may have a time of 31. I guess it all depends when the data is probably selected. It says 31:55. I saw them cross the finish line at 32:04. Their average speed overall is higher than ZDR2's time. But where was that 31:55 picked at? Was it like, I don't know how often this goes out and grabs data and brings it back. So we're just going to let them do their thing for now. We're going to put this into dynamic mode. Catch NCTC here. Nice job, dude. Scottish rider here. We love the Scots, don't we, Stephen? Stephen, my good friend here, is very Scottish. Metal band Venom are from Newcastle, I think. Oh, cool. I don't know a lot about their music. I kind of followed Sting a little bit because I did see Sting at Caesar's Palace a couple years back. He's a really good performer. I've heard people say different things about him. Like he's not very friendly to fans, and other people have said great things about him. I think it's kind of hit and miss with him. But as a performer, he's really good. He's just, and sometimes I say it's like basically how you sing. He's not a belter, so it kind of preserves their voice. Like, here's a perfect example. Axl Rose. Probably one of the very best vocalists of all time. The biggest range, the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. He kind of destroyed his own voice. Just by the style of his singing. So now, it's a little rough around the edges. Do I still love him? Hell yeah, I do. I love Guns N' Roses. So NCTC's coming to the finish here, folks. You can see here the time difference. These guys here are going to be more than 3.5 minutes back behind Jet. Granted, there were only 4 of them, but it just shows you how on fire Jet was today. Absolutely on fire. I really hope they got that win. Ooh, Kiddo here finishing nicely, pushing 11 watts a kilo at the finish. As soon as we cross the finish line, it's going to pop us back into the real world, folks. You're going to see other riders start appearing. Actually, there won't be that many here because this world is actually locked out today. The only people you're going to see here will be people that are still cooling down on the event, or maybe people that are doing workouts. Like, we can actually find Ichi here. I just saw his name. Here's Ichi's pulled over on the side of the road. Munamito is doing a little bit of a cool down. Great rides. What I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to actually go back in again. I want to see these results. I want to see them light up live. And they still haven't yet. Okay, so that's all classes. Here's Espresso. Jet Racing Team. Okay, so there must have been something to do with the time splits. It all depends when they went out. Jet Racing Team, though, too, folks. Happy to say they are second place overall today. More of a time gap than I would have thought. Unless I was looking at the time wrong as they were going through. Here's the difference. What I'll do is, this is team 1 and team 2. I'll tell you their split times, how close it was. ZDR, split 1, 9:20. Jet, 9:29. 9 seconds difference. By split 2, 16:22 for ZDR, 16:27 for Jet. So only a 5-second difference. Split 3 here was the difference. Jet, 23:55. ZDR, 23:55. Jet was 24:13, so they lost 18 seconds there. And that starts to make sense with what I'm seeing here. So ZDR's overall winning time, 32:04. That's the fastest time today for the espresso classes. Jet's 32:25. Dudes, I watched your whole race. I hope you get to see this. Wow. That was awesome. That was so awesome. What I'll do, I do want to do this, guys. I want you to see this so you can see the results here, what I'm seeing. Let's turn this window capture back on. We'll turn that off. That's what you're seeing here. This is what I'm talking about right here. Here's the times. Look at the splits here. 9:20, 9:29, 16:22, 16:27, 23:55, 24:13. That's where it started to fall apart for them. I didn't see ZDR's race. Remember in the back end of that race, they lost 3 riders. Maybe it was planned that way, maybe it wasn't. Obviously, you don't want to lose riders if you can, but you never know what the strategies are. Maybe that hurt them a little bit more at the end. Less power at the front. Did ZDR2 stay together the whole way? Less pulls all around. So, wow, that was awesome to watch. Let's check the chat one last time, and then I'm jumping off. Got to have some lunch and get ready for round 2 of WTRL TTT racing on ZWIFT. That's going to be starting in just over 3 hours, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for watching, Steven. Thanks for always dropping in and saying hi and adding some good info to my streams. I love it. Okay, guys, gotta run. See you again soon. Later.